Welcome back for the vlog. Welcome back for the channel from the great Sunshine State of Florida, and welcome back to another video. So today's video, I have a E92 M3 that came in with had a bunch of errors. Of course, it's low tire. Then also I have two errors for the headlight failure, which is a 9CC0 and a 9CBF. So I have my scan tool, which is a top down, which I have hooked up to it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the code. I will show you the fault, and then I'll show you how I use this tool to program. With this one, I could program BMWs, Land Rovers, Jaguars, and a few other vehicles. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it around, and I'll show you the fault code that I have on this E92 BMW. So I've scanned it. It went through. It goes through. This top down uses a topology, and it scans all the buses on this. So this is the K CAN bus, the PT CAN bus, and then there's a most, and then a virtual, and I think that's it. Of course, you know, the ECM, TCM, TCU, the CAS, SRS, ABS, but this is in the FRM. The fault is in the FRM, and that fault is for this. Wait till it comes back up. That right there, that light with the directional arrow, that's what the fault is for. So if I go back down here, so this is the footwell module. So we hit the footwell module. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap that. And then these are the two current fault: communication with the step motor controller on the right disrupted, and on the left. So what I could do with this, I could go ahead and hit enter. And what it's going to do, it's going to bring up, of course, the car. Again, I'm going to hit continue. And then there's a bunch of stuff that I could do. I could do I'll read a fault code, which I already know. I could read a data stream to get a wavelength. I could do an actuation test to actuate something. I'm trying to get it zoom back out. And then the fault guidance, and then to clear the code. Of course, this is an active one, and with this code, it's not going to clear. But sometimes there is a special function that I could perform to help try and clear it with a special function. So what I could do is I could hit fault guidance. It kind of tell me what the fault would be, or I could do a special function. So with these codes, I know that they're having to do, especially with that, it has to do with that module that's in the headlights. So usually with those, the module sits low in the headlight. So that's a common problem with these BMWs. And what it'll do, it'll let water in, and then those headlights will stop working, will short out, and then it'll give you those codes. So those codes are for the left and for the right. So I could hit special function, and what I could do is line short for FRM reset. So let me go back and show you what the codes are. Read fault code. FRM, so the right and the left. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna hit special function. I could do a short circuit reset, and I'll hit OK. And so what it's doing right now, oh crap. So what it's doing right now, it's trying to so I'm gonna hit OK, and it's communicating with it. And what it's doing is trying to communicate with those modules to see, hey, if it's really a short circuit or it's just a quick fault in the system, that this would be able to clear or not. So it's doing that right now. Already for sure, we know there's water in this light right here. So, because it's broken. So we know that headlight is bad. You have to replace the whole thing. Sometimes with this one, if there's water, in order to get it out and really look at it, we'd have to pull it out. And sometimes you could see down here if it works or if you could get to it or not, but you can't because this one's at the bottom. So we could try and change the module in this one, but if you're replacing one, I usually like to replace both, but back with OEM bulbs. Not bulbs, OEM units, and then that way I could then go ahead and code or program the FRM to this car, because with the BMWs, with a lot of stuff, you have to get them coded to the car. So man, it says right and left. So what I would do, I would leave this one. It doesn't look like there's any water in it, like any water intrusion or anything like that. But what we could do is replace this one first. Take this out, replace this one first, and then go from there.